You are listening to Breathe and Bounce.
The prophecy. That word just scares the living bejesus out of some people, doesn't it? Especially when we talk about religion and we talk about the book of Revelations and we talk about, what's to come, what's going to be happening soon. And we fear it so much. But the thing that we don't understand is that there are times that we put our own prophecies in motion. We put ourselves in a place where we kind of put pieces in place where things will happen. And we don't mean to. And honestly, I don't even think we know that we're doing it half the time. Sometimes when you speak, just the other day, someone said that whenever you speak loud, once in a while there's a hole in the sky that goes to the spiritual world, and the universe might hear you, and they might give you exactly what it is you're talking about. Now, a lot of things that people, they talk about how, this person isn't going to like me. I'm not going to stay married. I'm not going to get hired at this job. I'm not going to be able to win this race. I'm not going to be able to knock down this speech. I'm not. And that's what people will say. They'll say that they can't. They say that I'm not. They say all this stuff. And the next thing you know, the way that the deck is stacked, you're starting to see that the cards are not going in your favor. You're starting to see that things are not working out in the way that you hoped they would have. And am I saying it's your fault? No, not necessarily. But what if there is a true? What if it is true that the things that you speak out there are things that can possibly happen? That your voice is like an energy that goes out there and makes things happen. So then you got to start deciding, are you going to live your life with good energy or are you going to live your life with bad energy? Because if you are going to live your life with bad energy, then there's a very good chance that things may never go right. If you look at everything in your life being that kind of way, then yeah, it's not really going to work out for you. So you have to find a way to get rid of that bad energy. You got to find a way to get rid of that bad juju. You have to find a way to eliminate it. And, today's show, we're going to talk about so many different aspects, so many different ways where we set ourselves up and we don't even know that we're setting ourselves up because we are going with our feelings and with our brain. And sometimes that brain can be such a jerk because it can kind of make you think of things that may not really be happening. So the thing you got to do is the first thing you got to do is try to figure out a way to get rid of that bad energy. And if you can do that, you're on the right path.
They took it to 10. With my pride, married to my highs, you may kiss the bride. Trouble in my brain, see it in my eyes. I got voices in my head that keep me up at night. Said I was okay, but I'm lying. Feel like that I'm dying, soul screaming, crying. Feel my brain frying, try to numb the pain. All the I've been buying, it's getting pricey. Put in the high seat. Blood red bleeding in the high seat. I've been doing so much wrong, even though Ma told me to do the right thing. All night long, in the studio pouring out my feelings. Can't explain this feeling. Kinda feels like I'm losing, even though I'm winning. Drain out bad energy. Forget the bad memories. Drain out bad energy. Forget the bad memories. Multi-million dollars, all mine from the start. Kills the drama and the trauma in my heart. Just got a call from the dark side. Stab wounds in my chest, but I'm alright. I miss my friends, I hate the spotlight. I love my girl, I hate the light. Yellow diamonds, shiny pearls. I'm trying to give her the world. I'm trying to show her the world. She ain't no ordinary girl. I I know she know I'm down and out. Life is an ocean, demons I've been drowning out. I watch the crowd and crack a smile. I have a job to lead them out. Drain out bad energy. Forget the bad memories. Drain out bad energy. Forget the bad memories.
So we have to think about getting rid of all that bad juju. Like I was saying, all that bad stuff, that I'm going to fall down stuff. I'm going to, take care of myself. I'm going to do this stuff, but it's hard because one of the biggest issues is the fact that we feel like we are stuck. And the longer that we do not take action on our lives, the worse that it is. The harder it is to turn things around. The harder it is to find a solution. The harder it is to get on the right track. So then we continue with this negative self-talk. We continue with this negative prostication. And we kind of just go through life kind of as if we're numb, as if we don't feel anything, because we're always expecting something bad to happen. So it gets to the point, well, that's your expectation, so you don't have feelings anymore. So you kind of go through life not feeling anything. And to not feel is to fail. Because you have to have feelings. You have to have the ability to feel. You have to have the ability to hurt. You have to have the ability to have joy. You have to have these feelings because you don't, one of my friends once told me that in a hospital, if it's a straight line, that means you're dead. So you have to find a way to break through that numbness. You have to find a way to break through that boringness or whatever you want to call it. You got to really work, and you got to work hard. Or what you can do is you can sit there and you can enjoy your numbness. You can enjoy being miserable because it won't change until you do something about it. And like I said earlier, maybe you have to change that energy. How do you change that energy? We'll talk about that in just a moment here.
But
There's a saying out there, and what the saying says, if you do what you always have done, you'll always get what you always have. And you might be stuck. You might feel like you're in quicksand and you're slowly sinking. And there's nowhere to grab onto, mainly because you don't know how to grab, because your grip strength ain't strong enough. You don't know how to pull yourself out. Well, here's the problem. The problem is this. You, right now, as you are listening to this, have this moment in front of you. And this moment is telling you that you have the keys to open brand new doors of perception. You have the cheat codes to try something new. And there's probably going to be a few things that are going to hold you back. There's going to be, your brain is going to tell you it's unsafe, because anytime you try something new, your brain's the first person to tell you to stop and just shut it down because it's not safe. It's a risk. The brain does not like risk. The brain wants to make sure that you are safe. The brain wants to make sure that you are doing whatever you can to stay in that comfort zone. And we've talked about that on the show, the comfort zone. You know, as usual, we talk about yoga a lot because, this is still a yoga show. So I want to talk a little bit about the comfort zone with yoga. If you do a pose, and if you don't try to adjust, if you do not try to stretch beyond, which is in one of the Yoga Sutras, then you're not going to go further in your practice. You will be in the same place. And if that's what you want, then that's great. But I think people always want more. They want to do more. They want to feel more. And there are programs out there that can help you find that. There are teachers out there that are going to push you harder. But you have to be willing to walk through that door. You have to be willing to trust. You have to be willing not only to trust them, but you have to trust yourself that you're not going to give up on yourself. And that is, unfortunately, very difficult to do. Once again, when you come from a landscape of self-doubt and the world telling you can't do stuff, kind of like what I grew up with as a kid, then you're kind of sunk like a ship. And then bad things start happening. And the thing is, because you haven't prepared yourself on how to deal with those bad things, they're going to eat you alive. You have to remember in life that the worst could be on its way. And you have to prepare yourself for it. That way, if the worst is not on its way, then you're good. But if it's coming, you better be careful, because it's going to be a long day. And you have to just learn how to take care of yourself fully, spiritually, wholly, holistically. You have to do it. Because if you don't, you could be in for a really, really bad time. No one likes a bad time.
Tell me this is nothing. Something's playing tricks and
Something wicked this way comes, especially when you start thinking it's going to happen. Especially when you start thinking. And, some people will tell you, hey, I'm a realist. Yeah, okay. You know what? Then that's your reality. Your reality is that you think bad things are going to happen all the time. So because of that, you decided that somewhere in life, everything bad happens to you. And the truth of the matter is, it's happening because you are bringing on that energy. It's happening because you are speaking it to the universe. It is happening because you have created a self-fulfilling prophecy for yourself. You have created your own conclusion because your energy then starts to surge towards that conclusion. If you say, I'm not going to do this, then right away your brain is got that mindset thinking you're not going to be able to do this, whatever this might be. And we really, unfortunately, we may not know this because we may not be 100% conscious of it, but we really listen to ourselves. We listen to ourselves very closely, and we don't even know that we're listening to ourselves because the brain, once again, the brain is so strong. The brain is such a world champion in disillusion. When you have mental health issues, your brain is simply your worst enemy. And it's hard to beat something that's inside of you that provides you with safety, that provides you with comfort, that provides you with warnings and with worry and concern. It's like your brain has you in Stockholm Syndrome. If you really think about it, it's the truth, because there are times you love your brain because of all the beautiful creative stuff that comes out of it. Maybe you do some painting. Maybe you're able to make a little project outside. You build a sandcastle, and that's all coming from your brain because your brain is helping putting those pieces together. It is your brain that is sending the signals to the rest of your body to get you to do these things. So if the brain can do good, trust me when I say it, the brain can do bad as well. And there are times when the brain is doing good and you're not even aware of how much good the brain is doing. There's this thing that's called intellect. And your intellect is kind of like what you know to be true compared to what your brain is telling you. And I've had many teachers tell me that you need to run the playbook on your intellect, not on your mind. And mind versus intellect, that is a real tough discussion that we'll have another day, because today it's all about just trying to defeat the self-fulfilling prophecies. It's talking about just what are we going to do to avoid them? What kind of warning signs are coming to us to show us that they're coming? What can we do That's the big question here. How do we prevent it? How do we prevent something that we said was going to happen is going to happen? Is there a way to turn back? Is there a way to say, no, that's not what's going to happen? Can you do anything to take your mind off that train track that's going right into the wall? Can you hit the brakes? Can you go backwards? Can you turn things around? The thing that's beautiful about life is you can go backwards until you stop. Once you stop, there is no going backwards. There is no fixing. There is no helping. You hit that wall, it's happened. The event that is in your life that is bringing you so much distress and despair has happened. It's kind of like if you beat someone up. It's happened. You've inflicted pain on that person. You can't get it back. You can't just take away the pain, and they can't just shrug off the pain. So the one thing we're trying to stop is we're trying to stop the notion that because things don't work out, it doesn't mean that everything is ruined. It doesn't mean that everything is effed. It means you have a chance to change your thinking, change your perception on life, change things. And I think that's what we're going to talk about here in a little bit. We're going to throw some warning signs out to you, and we're also going to talk about what you can do. So keep it locked here. Breathe and Bounce has a lot going on. I have announcements coming up here. We probably will be making these announcements online. So you definitely want to go to breatheandbounce.com, sign up for the mailing list, follow on the socials, and get all this information. Be back here in just a moment.
Today is a great day to begin again. Trust the process. Trust yourself. You're tuned in to Breathe and Bounce. Breathe and Bounce.
So, is everything ruined? Is everything in your life ruined? Maybe it is. And maybe you're feeling very sad, and maybe you're feeling very upset, and maybe you're feeling just a lot of heavy feelings. Maybe you're feeling like you're about to break and you're about to burst. And maybe you think that this guy that's talking to you right now is so full of toxic positivity, you want to punch him. Well, I want to let you know that, no. I'm not going to sit there and tell you, get up and go. But in fact, I'm going to tell you guys that I see you right now. I'm trying to show you guys that I see you. Because I know what it's like to feel defeated. I know what it's like to feel sad. I know what it's like to feel like everything is ruined. And I know what it's like when you've hit your breaking point and you want to just walk away. I know how that feels. So, if you want to take another moment to wallow in that misery, I will hold space for you to do so. Because we have to let things out, don't we? So take this moment just to let it all out, to let it go. So there are no more surprises. I just wanted to take a moment to let all those feelings sit in, to let all those feelings out, to just let it go. You see, I'm sitting here and I'm talking to you guys about this bad energy thing, and you guys are probably thinking to myself, oh, well, he doesn't get it. I will tell you, as someone who has been in the mental health system for the better part of 2-3 decades and sees the crap that comes out of people's mouths sometimes, and seeing people that just say, just be happy. No, that's not what I'm telling you to do. I'm telling you to find it inside of you. Find the most beautiful parts inside of you and let those parts shine, rather than keeping them inside of you because you feel like society wants you to be that way. They don't want you to express yourself. They don't want you to show the world who you truly are. This isn't toxic positivity. What is going on is toxic conformity. The world doesn't like it when people be themselves, even if they say they want you to be themselves. Be yourself, sorry. And takes courage. Because there's always someone judging. There's always someone saying something. And you know what you have to say? You have to say, yeah, there is. Screw them. You have to learn how to build yourself up to the point where you know how much you love yourself. And that your brain is not going to try to get you to think about things too much. It took me so many years to figure this out. So if you're someone that's young listening to this, like a teenager, or even someone that's younger, I want you to know how essential and important it is for you to learn this stuff at an early age. So many people that train do it their whole lives. They do it from the time they're born because they're bred to be football players, basketball players, scientists, whatever. Maybe they had a parent that was one and they expect them to follow the same path. You can carve your own path. You can find your own niche, and you can do it. I'm someone who basically was on death's door in my teenage years. I had no direction. I was basically a jerk to so many people. Even though I could be nice, I still had a pretty bad side to me. I hurt some people. I really hurt my girlfriend at the time. I hurt my mother. I hurt my family. But nowadays, I don't think it serves you to think negatively. I think you have to feel these things, and you have to let these feelings go. You can't hold on to them, because if you hold on to them, it becomes like cancer. It's very difficult to get rid of it. The longer it stays in the system, the harder it is. That's why when they treat cancer, they say they want to find it at the beginning stages, because then it's easier to treat. And this cancer that we have in this country and this world is mental illness. The thing that's hard about mental illness is no one can see it. And since everyone's brain works differently, everyone's disorders are different as well. And people don't see that. People see you yelling. People see you sulking in the corner. People see you crying. People see this, that, and this, and they want to judge. And you know what I say? I say let them judge. It doesn't matter what they think. What matters is what you think. You are the one that is the most important person in the room. You are the one that is the most important person in this world. And you know the reason why? It is because You have to live for you. You have to put your own shoes on. You have to have the ability to walk a mile or so. You are the most important person. So yeah, toxic positivity. I don't know why people say it's toxic positivity. Why? Because people want to be miserable? I think it's because people feel it invalidates feelings. And it can. When someone tells you to snap out of it, they think you have a little light switch you can turn on and off and, you'll be better, right? But that's not the case. The case is you're feeling pain and you're feeling something so deep, you're going to have a very bad reaction to it. Very much like if you don't treat a cut on your arm, you're going to have a very bad reaction to it. It's going to start pussing out and infecting. And next thing you know, maybe you get your arm amputated off because it's so infected. Like you don't want to get a lobotomy, This is stuff that needs to be dealt with. And the school system needs to get on board. Everyone in the world needs to get on board and understand that mindfulness is a thing that should be taught to everyone. And when I say don't write self-fulfilling prophecies, that is not me being toxic positive. That is me telling you how to get your head out of the frickin' sand and do something. I'm not telling you just to walk through life like everything's okay and everything's, oh, we're whistling to see. No, I am telling you, you need to understand that you are responsible for everything that goes on in your life. You are responsible for what you say and do. You are responsible. And if you know that you're sick and if you know you're not feeling well, then shut your door and don't even talk to anyone. Work on yourself. Do yoga. Yoga is so good. It is so good because it teaches you so much. When you get on that mat, you learn so much about yourself, and then you know where your shortcuts, where your blind spots are, you know what areas you have to improve in. It's beautiful. So please don't misunderstand me. I love you all, and I want to be helpful. Sorry about that. I want to be helpful, and I want to let you know I've been where you're at. And there are days that I still am where you're at. We fight. We get out of the bed, and then we fight. And there might be days we don't want to fight, so then we just go sit in a pool somewhere and chill. We don't want to start doing bad stuff to ourselves. But the point is, there has to be an end game, right? There has to be a point where everything kind of works itself out. And we have to just remember that nothing in life is permanent, and we're going to get there eventually. That day of fulfillment is coming. But you're going to feel like crap again. But you have to understand that it's a process. And you just have to ride the roller coaster. But when you're on the roller coaster, you can put your arms up, right? So learn how to put your arms up once in a while. That's all. No biggie.
Friday night, I'm going nowhere. All the lights are changing, green to red. Turning over TV stations, situations running through my head. Looking back through time, it's clear that I've been blind, I've been a fool. To open up my heart to all that jealousy, that bitterness, that ridicule. Saturday, I'm running wild, and all the lights are changing, red to green. Moving through the crowds, I'm pushing, chemicals are rushing in my bloodstream. Only wish that you were here, I'm seeing it so clear. I've been afraid to show you how I really feel, admit to some of those bad mistakes I've made. And if you want it, come and get it, crying out loud. The love that I was giving you was never in doubt. Let go of your heart, let go of your head, and feel it now. Let go of your heart, let go of your head, and feel it now. Babylon, Babylon, Babylon. Sunday, all the lights in London, shining sky is fading, red to blue. Kicking through the autumn leaves and wondering where it is you might be going to. Turning back for home, you know I'm feeling so alone, I can't believe. Climbing on the stair, I turn around to see you smiling there in front of me. And if you want it, come and get it, crying out loud. The love that I was giving you was never in doubt. Let go of your heart, let go of your head, and feel it now. Let go of your heart, let go of your head, and feel it now. Let go of your heart, let go of your head, and feel it now. Let go of your heart, let go of your head, and feel it now. Babylon, 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 Babylon.
Feel it now. Feel what the change can feel like. Think about what the change can feel like. Think about a way to start to push through so you don't feel miserable all the time. So you feel like you can function. Know when you're going to fall down and then react to it. Don't sit here and tell yourself that you suck. Don't sit here and tell yourself that you can't do it. Try to do it. And by trying, you may succeed. You may fail, but you may succeed. But as I have said on this show 5 million times before, and I will say it again, if you do not swing at the pitch, you are going to get a strike. Sometimes if you don't swing at the pitch because the ball's outside, you'll get a ball, though. But still, my point is, have faith in yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself everything good you can think of about yourself. Write it down on a piece of paper. And then read that piece of paper every day. Every day. And just give yourself that love. Give yourself that attention. Because here's the truth of the matter. No one is going to love you harder than you love yourself. No one is going to take care of you as well as you would take care of yourself. The world is not here to take care of people. People would like it because it's easier, but it's I guess counterproductive is the word I'm looking for. If you have no idea when you take on that responsibility of knowing that you have the power to say and do things and be responsible for them. Now, there are times when people are going to call you names and you have to make a decision. There's always a choice. In every situation, there is a choice. And sometimes you're going to make the wrong one. But you have to have faith in yourself that you're going to make the right ones. Because you are a wonderful human being. Maybe you're a little flawed. Maybe you have things going on. Maybe you had a rough life. But none of that is your fault. At the end of the day, what you have to do is you have to understand that we are all learning here. We are all practicing. And we all need to have faith that everything is going to be okay. Because it has to be, man.
Well, I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body. I know not everybody has got a body like me, but I gotta think twice before I give my heart away. And I know all the games you play, 'cause I play them too. Oh, but I need some time off from that emotion. Time to pick my heart up off the floor. When love comes down without devotion, well, it takes a strong man, baby, but I'm showing you that door. Rock, gotta have faith. Gotta have faith. Gotta have faith. Gotta have faith, baby. I know you're asking me to stay. Say please, please, please don't get away, 'cause you're giving me the blues. Baby, you remind me of the words you say. Can't help but think of yesterday, and another who tied me down to the love of what you before this river becomes an ocean. Before you pick my heart up off the floor. When that love comes down without devotion, well, it takes a strong man, baby, but I'm showing you that door. I gotta have faith. Gotta have faith. Gotta have faith. Gotta have faith. Get the f*** up.
I guess I could have played the George Michael version. Okay, but I like the Limp Bizkit version. I'm sorry. Do we have time to play the George Michael? No, we'll get them both in? No, we don't. We don't. So, unfortunately, we're just stuck with Limp Bizkit and Fred Durst. But that's the point. The point is you just got to have faith in yourself. You got to trust yourself. Trust yourself to fail. Trust yourself to succeed. Trust yourself to jump over buildings. Trust yourself to walk over potholes. Trust yourself to do everything right. Because at the end of the day, the more you trust yourself, the more you love yourself, the easier life becomes. And you're talking to someone from experience, because I used to hate myself. I used to say bad things about myself all the time. I used to totally treat myself like garbage. 100%. No cap, as the kids say. I don't do that anymore. I show up for myself. I respect myself. If someone's disrespectful to me, I cut them out of my life. If someone is trying to ruin my life, I say bye-bye. If someone's trying to enhance my life, I let them in with open arms. I do what I have to do to take care of myself. I try to eat better, because eating's kind of hard for me because I have a sweet tooth. I work out. I try to be active. I obviously practice yoga almost every day. And like I said, if you haven't done yoga before, you should try. And if you need help, let me know. I'll give you a class. I teach yoga. I teach yoga on Mondays and Wednesdays. It's not traditional, but it's just something to get in there and just blow off some steam. Mondays and Wednesdays for the Dundee Township Park District. Rack House Center at Monday, the Randall Oaks on Wednesday. And we have fun. And we listen to lots of music. like we do on this show. And some people say, you play too much music on your show. Well, part of the reason why I play music is because music invokes thought and feeling. And sometimes a song is going to do a much better job of that than I will. People listen to songs because they're familiar. There is a song in everyone's life that takes them back to a moment in time. That's why we use music on the show. And we use my voice because I sound great. No. We use my voice just because I like to talk. I'd like to thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a really great week. I hope everything works out for you. Remember to go to www.breatheandbounce.com to check out the site. You can join the mailing list. I know of 2 events that we have coming up. I have not announced them yet, but I will be announcing them. I will be announcing them very soon. In fact, they might be on the internet right now for all I know. So may you be well. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May your breath take you places that your mind cannot. Thank you for listening. Namaste.